Hi everyone, welcome to week 6 of JL Circus's quarantine sessions. My name is Kaveh, if you haven't had a look at these before, and I'll be joined in a second by the amazing Dan and Miles. Right, the first part of our video, we're going to show you some circus fitness exercises for you to try, followed by some circus tricks, and finally we're going to show you a video that you might enjoy watching. This week's theme is a broom, so everything we're doing focuses around that. Okay, let's start. First exercise, you're going to need a bit of a clear floor space, which is long enough for you to lie down in, and ideally has a kind of carpeted area. And you're going to do a broom. If you find that the broom is too wide for what you're doing, you could find a shorter object, but the broom is really useful. Cool. So, lying down on the floor, you're going to take your legs over your head and put it behind your knees. As you've done that, you're going to roll up. So you're sitting here. Then you're going to let yourself fall backwards. As you do that, take the broom out and over your head. And then you're going to repeat that 10 times. So I'll show you again. Broom up through your knees, over, down, open, up, up, down, open, up, down, open. Try that 10 times. If you're feeling energetic, you could always hold a dish at the end with the broom above your head. That is exercise number 1. Okay, the next exercise you're going to try is to develop our kind of range of movement for your handstands. So you're going to lie down flat on your tummy with your arms right above your head holding the broom. In a second, you're going to have your face flat into the rug that you're looking at. You're then going to lift up the broom with your arms straight. You're going to do it 10 times, and on the final lift, you're going to hold it for 10 seconds. And I'll show you what that looks like now. Holding onto the broom. There you go. Give that a go. Hopefully you'll be able to get a bit more range than me. I've got really unflexible shoulders. So you're aiming to get that broom as high up as you can and as far away from your body as you can. Yeah? That's exercise number 2. Okay, so for our final circus fitness exercise, I have snuck in a circus trick. You can do this just on a flat floor. Make sure you've got something soft underneath you. I find it really useful if you put a cushion under your hips. So you're going to lie down like this, put your hips on the cushion, so you're like that and you're nice and supported. You're going to take the broom in your hands, and to start with, for your first one, you're going to put your legs over your head and put it kind of on your toes. Yeah, so it's on like the crease of your toes. From there, you're going to give a little bend of your legs. You're trying to keep the broom as level as you can. Yeah, so you're going to do a few little bends like this, but keeping the broom really level. When you feel comfortable, you're going to give a little push, catch the broom in your hands. Now the hard bit is throwing it back again. And try to throw it back again. Woo! Just demonstrate how hard it is there, guys. So back onto your feet, and then from there, back onto your toes. And then when you get comfortable, you can flip between the two. Yeah, see if you can get, I don't know, 10 in a row. Okay, things to think about is basically this broom, you don't want it to slip off, so you're trying to keep it really level and parallel with the floor. Yeah, as you're doing it. Yeah, you may need to jiggle it about a bit. Have fun with it. I find this a really fun thing to try. Obviously, this is with a broom. If you get comfortable with this, you can start using all sorts of objects and juggling with your feet, and it's a really fun circus discipline. But for now, broom and your feet. Hope you enjoyed that one. That's the final circus fitness exercise. I'm going to hand you over to Dan now for his exercises this week.
Thanks for that, Kaveh. What a brilliant exercise. Can't wait to give that a go. For my exercise today, you're going to need your broom as per usual. We are going to be trying a bit of jumping around the broom, okay? So the first thing that I want you to try is just placing the broom on the ground and making sure that you can do a nice high tuck jump over the broom, okay? So you're doing a big tuck jump, and you know your circus shapes at this point. So our tuck is where we are bringing our body into a ball as close as we can, just like that, like we do in our forward rolls and stuff like that. But we're going to see if we can do that in the air, okay? And I'm going to use my hands to give myself even more height. Lovely, okay, cool. If you are sure that you can jump over the broom, the next thing you're going to do is pick the broom up. Now, I'm using quite a small broom for this, and it does make it a lot easier than a long one, because with a long one and your tiny bodies, it's going to be quite difficult to do this. But what I want you to do is to do a jump, but you're going to see if you can swing the broom just underneath your feet. So have a little look. I'm going to go like that. Right? So I'm sweeping the broom. Get it? Sweeping the broom just underneath my feet. The idea is that you're not going to hit your feet while you are doing the jump. Okay? So you have to make sure you're bringing your knees all the way up to your chest. That's the most important thing. The last part of this fitness exercise today is, if you feel confident and comfortable with that second stage, you can try the last stage, which is holding the stick in both hands and jumping. Okay, so this is quite scary, and you have to make sure that you do a good clean jump. So you must make sure that you've done those first two stages before you try this. But we're going to... Oh, backwards is scary. Oh. Okay, try that one more time. Oh no! I've slightly hit my broom there. Slightly damaged it. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, well, the idea is that you are always doing those big high tuck jumps and getting your broom just underneath it, just out of the way. As you can see, the broom might hit your feet a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. You'll still be able to do it. You can hear that I'm quite out of breath while practicing this. That's the part of this that you are practicing, okay? That it's the fitness part of it. So don't worry about getting to the end thing. Even if you have just been jumping around for 5 minutes, just practicing these, that's brilliant. That's what I want you to try, okay? So that's my fitness exercise done. I'm gonna hand you over to Miles for his fitness exercise.
Nice, thanks for that, Dan. So I'm Miles, and we're going to be doing a little bit of cleaning today. Well, maybe not. We're actually going to do a little bit of flicked wrist mobility and stretching and warm up. First thing we're going to do is we're going to hold the broom. Our hands are parallel on the broom in line to our shoulders. And we're going to turn our wrists up and forwards. I'll show you here, and back again. Just really gently, don't force anything. So I'm just rotating my wrists. And then you're going to move them side to side like this. You can get down either side. It's going to warm up our shoulders as well. And then once you've done that, so I do both of those things for about 20 seconds each. And once you've done that, you're just going to hold the stretch where you push your wrist forwards and hold it there. Hold it for about 30 seconds. And if it is too tight, then you can loosen it off again. The next stretch we're going to do is, you're going to hold your broom right here, sort of towards the end or middle, depending how long it is. Have your hand onto the bottom of the broom and flex it backwards, like this. Also, you can do a really cool like pose as well if you want. Now, you're going to feel potentially a bit of an intense feeling because it is also a nerve stretch. So it's stretching your wrist, but it's also stretching the nerves through your wrist, down through your arms. This is great for your mobility. If this is a bit troublesome, you can try putting it behind on your shoulders and you can rotate the broom so you've got some there. Do that on both sides and hold it for about 30 seconds each. Yes, and the last thing you're going to do is you're going to hold your broom in one hand, wrist is, your hand, palm is facing down, back of the hand up, and you're just going to rotate it either side. I'm not changing my grip. I'm just letting the weight of the broom sort of rotate my wrist round. There is some movement in the shoulders, but mostly it's coming from my wrist. And then swap over to the other hand, and I want you to do that about 20 seconds on each side. Woo! and then you can get really hardcore. No, I'm kidding, we're not doing that yet. All right, thank you for that. I'm going to pass you over to Kaveh for some circus. Bye, guys.
Thank you very much, Miles, for that. Right, we're going to start you off with your circus tricks this week, featuring our broom. What I'm going to do is use the broom as a replacement juggling ball. So I've got my broom here, and what you're going to start with is, I'm kneeling down for this because I've got a very short broom. You can also try this standing up. Put the head of the broom, so the bit you sweep the floor with, kind of between your knees. Not between you, on the floor, but in front of your knees. You're then going to hold the stick in one hand, and you're just gently going to tap it side to side. If you've ever tried a devil stick or a flower stick, very similar action. So you're just popping it. And you can see I'm not forcing it, I'm just tapping it really gently, nice and gentle. You also might notice I'm not looking at it like this, because it's only really going in one plane. It shouldn't be traveling anywhere else. So your focus in a minute is going to be on the juggling balls, not the broom. Okay? When you're comfortable with this, it shouldn't take you too long, you're going to grab a juggling ball. Put the broom in one hand, juggling ball in your other hand. You're going to start with the broom, and then you're going to throw the juggling ball. So it's going to go broom, juggling ball, broom, juggling ball, broom, juggling ball. Yeah? If you're only on 2 balls in your kind of cascade journey, just stick with this, that's totally fine. If you're feeling ambitious, you're going to take a juggling ball in one hand and the broom in the front of it. So your broom is going to be the first ball and a juggling ball in the other. Yeah? It's going to go broom, juggling ball, broom, juggling ball, juggling ball. It looks like this, hopefully. I've just learnt this. I find it really satisfying, and often I'm quite interested in using everyday objects in circus, and I think this is a great example of how to do that. Give it a go, even if you're not on 3 balls, just try it with the 1 ball and the broom. It's also really fun to try. Hope you enjoyed that. Gonna hand you over now to Dan for the next circus trick.
That was a great trick, Kaveh. Can't wait to give it a go. My trick is the classic broom balance, okay? Can really see the damage that I did to my broom with that last trick that I was trying. But our broom balance is a simple case of always looking at the top of the object. Doesn't matter whether I'm balancing a broom or whether it's a club or anything. I'm always looking at the top of the object and following wherever it goes with my hand. I'm aiming to keep this part of my hand directly underneath the top part of the broom. That's what keeps everything balanced. If I take my eyes off the top for a second, the broom falls, it doesn't work, okay? You must, I repeat, must keep your eyes glued on the top of the broom, okay? Now, I'm going to show you what I mean by following the top. If the top goes forward, you'll go forward. If it goes backwards, you'll go backwards. If it goes to your left, you'll go to your left. If it goes to your right, you'll go to your right, okay? Now, at first, you might have to do that by moving your feet around, but as you get better and better and better, you'll just need to do it by moving your arm around just like this. You can try it on one finger, you can try it on your whole hand, you can try throwing it from one hand to another, and as you get more confident with it, you can start trying it on different parts of your body. You guys know that I love to balance things on my chin. I'm a big fan of a good chin balance. This, again, is still me moving this part underneath the top. Okay, so as soon as I take my eyes off of the top, it isn't going to work, okay? I could try it on my foot. Get myself nice and balanced. Try it on my foot there. Foot is quite a difficult place to balance. But with the broom, because it's nice and heavily weighted and it's quite large, you can really make those adjustments in quite a slow time. And it gives you a lot of time to be able to make the adjustments to keep something balanced, okay? So, that's my circus exercise for you guys to try this week. I'm gonna throw you over to Miles for his. Thanks.
Thank you for that. So let's get started with some air guitar. Or not. No. Today we're going to be doing some contact broom. So contact staff it's usually called, but as we have these fancy brooms, why not give it a paddle? So you're going to start like this, hands out flat. You want it closer to the broom side, but not too close, because our trick later, we're going to need a bit of space. This should even it out with the weight. Hands come up and your palms are flat towards the ceiling and it will roll towards you. Once it stops, bring your arms down and it will roll down into your palm. Make sure you catch it, otherwise there will be a loud crash on the floor. So put some mats down, do it safely. Let's not damage those floors, shall we? Okay, next trick. So really get to grips with that before we move to the next trick. The next trick involves having your hand loosely, the one that is away from the broom side, on the handle, really loose so it can just sort of roll in it without falling out. The second hand, you're going to start here on your palm, hands out flat, and when it is on your palm, you're going to bring your elbow in towards your body, so I'll show you there, and bring your palm around and turning towards where your neck is, as if you're going to tickle your neck. And then once it gets to there, it's going to roll off onto your forearm, which is here, and roll down there. And once it's towards the end of your elbow, you've got to really quickly from your neck, keep swiping across your body, down, flat, and then turn your hand up again, ready to go again. So I'll give you an example of what it looks like. Like this. Now, if you have something that's evenly weighted on both ends, you can then do both arms doing this at the same time or in alternating. But obviously, if it's just one side, it is much harder to do. Make sure you turn it round and have a go on the other side. Just remember the movement is when your hand is out, it's going to be away from you with your elbow coming in, around, past your neck. It should be on here by then. And then all the way back down to where you were and flip your hand round. So this action. Almost like you're going, no, no. Yeah, a very cool, weird type of swimming. I'll show you one more time and then I'm going to let you lot go. Whoop. Ooh. On the palm of your hand, rotate it round towards your neck. As it gets towards your neck here, you're going to let it roll on your forearm and then bring it out down. And the reason we're holding this other side so that if it falls off, we've got it covered. All right, everyone. Thank you. And I've got something to tell you.
Hello everyone. So what I wanted to tell you was about this really awesome video we've got lined up for you. The link is down in the description below. Please click on it, have a watch. It is called Parade, and this is by a circus artist who we've shown you a video once before of, but this video is absolutely brilliant, just like the last one, but this time this one is about juggling in the street. And it shows you all these cool tricks where you can throw clubs up high in the air, juggling balls up, and catch it after it goes over something, through something. You're using like steps and railings to roll juggling balls down and then go into this incredible trick. It's amazing, honestly, it's amazing. And I think you're all just going to love it. So feel free to click on the link, have a watch, and I want you to just jot down some things, what you thought about the music, the timing of it, how the video made you feel, did it inspire you, do you want to try sort of tricks like this at home? Yeah, please have a go, watch, it's so good, and I've had a fabulous time doing this video with you all today, and I know the others have too. So we're going to say goodbye. We hope you have an awesome week. See you, everyone. Bye. I'm kidding. I'm still here, but I am going to go. See you later, everyone. Bye. Oh, dear.